What's up, everybody? Becca Switzer reporting from my post, my couch, with my nice cozy quilt that my grandmother made, which I love. It's nice and heavy, and it always makes me feel like she's giving me a hug, even though she's thousands of miles away in Newfoundland, Canada. And I'm finally just surrendering to this month of challenges here, and I'm just gonna lay around for like a couple days, for as long as it takes, whatever that means. And today, I'd made a post that was, a little bit more on the vulnerable side. I know you guys are always used to hearing me be inspiring and motivating and like jazzed and kicking ass and working out and making a great living for myself and stuff like that and having fun. And most of my life is made up of those things. But it was so interesting and honestly very nice to share the truth. Like what I was saying earlier was, I think it's really important that we share not just our highlight reel, but also our outtakes, our bloopers. Like life is made up of both of those. And it's really easy when you see people on the internet to think like, oh, like some people just have it figured out. Life's so easy for them. But shit goes wrong for everybody, whether that's being sick or having breakups or losing people, divorce, death, failures, that stuff happens to everybody, including the people that usually only show you their very best stuff. And I really do want to make an effort to show you everything that's going on, the pretty and the ugly. And it was really nice today to receive so many. You guys are the best. Like, I got messages from people all over the country, that some that I've never heard of in my life. A lot of you that I've chatted with off and on, through like Roof Sales Mastery, people on social media I don't even know. And then, of course, like my wonderful friends and relatives from Canada and stuff like that. It was so nice. Like, sometimes you just don't know how much you need. Great, now I'm going to cry. It's okay to cry. We might cry on this call. But sometimes you just don't really realize, like, how much you've just needed somebody to care and, like, show you that they care. And that's been the huge like lesson for me during this little period of my life. On the previous video I'd mentioned that what was getting me down, I was like super sick and stuff like that. Listen, I can deal with sickness. I'm a tough gal, but I think that my sickness was honestly, and I'm not trying to get super woo-woo, but I think it was kind of a psychosomatic demonstration. My body was saying, you haven't been taking care of yourself, and now we're going to make you take care of yourself by just breaking you down. And, I'm not going to get too into it, but I recently, like I'd mentioned, I had ended a 2-year relationship that I had been in that was like, I was way over giving, like to the point where people would have called me crazy. People did call me crazy. But I am a generous person, and I choose to see the best in people, even when it's foolish of me to do so. And, I ignored a lot of my own intuition and red flags and stuff like that. And I didn't take care of myself. I allowed myself, and isn't even on that person. I mean, certainly their behaviors and stuff is on them, but this is on me. I got to choose how much I allowed somebody to take from me, or how they got to treat me and stuff like that. I didn't have to put up with it, but I did. So I've been doing a lot of reflecting here today, some journaling and stuff like that, just about like, why have I been refusing to take care of myself? Like, why, even when it comes to being sick, I always chalked it up to just, I'm tough and I don't let stuff get me down. But then I realized, like, why am I not caring for myself when I'm sick? I barely go to the doctor ever. I almost never take medicine. Like, I just try to tough it out. And, I think I've let certain conditions go on in my life, whether it's how certain people have treated me or how I've treated my own body or whatever. I've let that go on for too long. And then after I get out of the situation, I'm like, why was I doing that to myself? Like, I would never treat somebody that way. But we have to raise our own boundaries and standards and expectations and stuff like that. And so all of that to say, I just wanted to share kind of some of my thoughts about that and really taking a step back. Like, this is a period in my life now where I have an opportunity to step back and assess, like, what are my expectations and what do I expect out of other people and the relationships that I have, and how do I want to care for myself? Like, what are the standards I have for myself? Because the standards that I have for other people, and again, I'm not tooting my own horn here or anything, I'm just, this is the truth. I treat everybody, whether they're the person in the grocery store or they're my very best friend or they're my boyfriend or whatever, I treat them with my 100% best effort at all times. And maybe deep down, there's this bizarre belief system. I don't want to say bizarre, maybe hidden, like this hidden operating system that is like trying to earn love or doesn't really believe that I'm worth it. So I am trying to earn love by giving, but then at the same time accepting the bare minimum from some people. And by the way, I'm not over here like, oh, I'm not trying to focus in on the, 2 or 3 people over the recent years of my life that maybe haven't treated me the way that they should have or whatever. There are so many people in my life, and that's the really big wake-up call you have is like, don't focus on those. There are so many people in my life that have really showed up for me in big and small ways, from clients that I have to neighbors. I've had my neighbor Tim brought me 2 different kinds of soup, beef stew, turkey soup, and a bag of brownies that he made. He was so kind. He walked my dog for me. My other neighbor on the other side, Zane wasn't here, but he came and shoveled my whole driveway and my sidewalk and everything because I just couldn't, there's no way I could do it with my chest and my coffee and all that stuff. And people are just so nice. Matt Wells, you sent me a beautiful card, which had to do something else, but so many of my friends, my hairdresser, a girl does my lashes, you guys have just sent me so many kind messages, and it was just a great reminder that, like, even though I might be a teeny tiny bit feeling sorry for myself right now, just because I'm in kind of a little bit of a rough patch, I am totally surrounded by love, and I'm so grateful for you guys, and it's been really awesome to hear from so many of you, whether I've met you in real life or not. It's been so nice to just feel the support and kindness that you guys have. Like, that stuff really makes a difference. And if you ever see somebody else that needs a little pick-me-up, or they're having a tough spot due to a life transition or sickness or job loss or breakup or whatever, you taking just 60 seconds to send a really uplifting message, like, honestly, I was smiling from ear to ear and just, like, ugly crying today because of you wonderful people. So, but a couple lessons that, gosh, I almost want to get up and go get my journal, but it's like all the way over there. So I'll just try to remember what they were. A couple lessons I wanted to share with you today. One of them was, when people show you who they are through their actions, believe them. We always say actions speak louder than words, and that's the truth. Like, believe them. Don't ignore red flags. Don't ignore your intuition. Turns out they're usually right. And then I had one more, and I can't think of what it was now. I'm sure it was great, but maybe I'll make it another video. It's already been 9 minutes. What? But, if you have to wonder if somebody cares about you, or if you have to wonder if you're a priority, you're not, and they don't. The people that really, like, are there for you, you never have to wonder. They show up right away. You never have to wonder. You don't have to ask. Like, those are your homies. So cherish those people. And also, I hope I can be somebody like that for you if you feel that you don't have somebody. And I know that sometimes I get very busy, and, there's a lot of people that are emailing and messaging and stuff like that, but I really do try to respond to every single person personally. Zane helps out with some, like, admin type stuff when it's just like an administrative issue or troubleshooting or something like that. But I hope that if you're listening to this and you're somebody who follows my stuff, that I've done a good job making you feel seen, heard, and supported, because that really is what I want to do for as many people as I can. I know I can't help everybody, but anyways, thanks for listening. Like I said, my heart is just super full from all of you people. You've been so kind. And I'm not like dying or anything. I am pretty sick. But I'm going to get better. It's just a little rough patch here. Thanks for everything. You guys are the best, and I will chat with you later. Bye.